Good afternoon. Welcome back to Passion World Talk Radio Network. PWTRN is a wholly owned subsidiary of Global Media Network LLC to educate, to enlighten, to entertain, and let's not forget mindfulness. On today's episode of Scam Damnation, we're going to talk about an incident that happened to one of my associates. She went into her email and found a letter supposedly from Xfinity telling her that she owed $630. And do you know what tipped her off that it was a fake or a scam email from Xfinity? They gave the wrong word. And everybody who signed up with Xfinity will understand what I'm saying. And that's how she knew. So she reported it to Comcast and the FTC and the police and the FBI to let them know that there's a new scam in town. Or to put it bluntly, it's an old scam, but it's been recently recycled with the use of AI. She tells me that the logo was perfect. Everything on that email is perfect except for that wrong word. That was not perfect. So I got my support information for what is happening with Xfinity/Comcast by going to their forum. So one of the things is from a not anonymous person, Riff Wraith, RIFFWRAITH2. And she posted this on January 11th of this year, 2025. And she goes on to say, or he goes on to say, or they go on to say, for those who do not know about this stuff, I have gotten several emails which on the surface appear to be from Xfinity, but are really not. Things like, you have a new readable voicemail from with a number, and then it says play message. Or it's time to update your Xfinity account. Click here to update now. And she goes on to say they come with clickable links and try and make you think that this email you just received was legit from Xfinity. But like I pointed out once again, before your fight and flight sense takes over, quit. Take a deep breath. They are not. If you hover over the link, you will see it is not a legit Xfinity address. Where the email was sent from, you will see they are not coming from a valid Xfinity address. They are usually going to be from Gmail or Yahoo. Do not click on any of these links. Doing so opens your computer to malware. And then another forum person said, excellent advice. I would also add, for any messages that claims to be from Comcast/Xfinity's, users check their email with Xfinity Connect webmail. And the address for that is https://connect.xfinity.com. And look for the Xfinity verified email logo. Note that anyone can insert unverified image in the body of an important to note not only the presence of that image, but that it's in the correct locations. And where do you find that location? The email subject in the list of emails. Above the subject line, the email is open. Also see https://www.xfinity.com/support/articles/Comcast-verified-email for examples of valid logo placement. A logo in the body of the email does not count. If that logo is missing when you view your message in web, the message is not from Comcast. Unfortunately, the AFAIK, the logo is not present when you view one of their messages in an email op or program. It's only visible when you view their web email site in a browser. Samples of recent phishing messages can be found at https://internetsecurity.xfinity.com/help/alerts under top phishing scams. Please be aware that there are two kinds of responses in this forum. So when you go there, you're going to look for the reply or the comments. And then they go on to tell you of the different scam emails that have come in. And then somebody made a comment saying you would think that the spam filters could figure out anything that seems to imply that Comcast/Xfinity that doesn't come from them would be tagged. But then Comcast is doing everything they can to eventually shut down their email service. Then someone else says he received a voicemail February 24th, 2025, directing them to call a 400 number. I'm in blue, Oregon. If I didn't call today, I would lose my 50% off of Wi-Fi. That statistic wasn't quite right, but I figure I better call and double check. So this scam was specifically targeting people receiving the subsidy. Pretty low. When I called, it took me through a totally realistic phone tree that hooked me back in. Then I got a professional sounding guy with a slightly Irish accent. He had me confirm my address and knew I paid $15 for Wi Fi. He said my current total for cell service and Wi Fi would double starting next month. But not to worry, there was a new promo which would offer both services for only $30 a month if I agreed. If I agreed to pay for 2 years worth up front, though it would not be a contract and I would get my money back prorated if I decided to quit. Had to decide by tomorrow. I felt pushed around and he pushed back. Another red flag. It was a scam. I reported it to the Comcast, but I doubt it got to higher ups fast enough to do anything about it. I wish they were sending out warning messages. I hate to think how many low income people just paid that guy $700. And this is from the Xfinity support team. Thank you so much for taking the time to reach out to Xfinity support. We are so glad to hear from you and want to help in any way that we can. No worries. You've reached out to the right place to get things squared away. Your safety is our top priority. In today's digital world, scams are unfortunately common. We want to ensure you're protected. Scammers often use deceptive tactics to trick people into giving away personal information or money. By staying vigilant and informed, you can significantly reduce your risk of becoming a victim. We encourage you to be cautious of unsolicited communications. Verify the legitimacy of requests and never share sensitive data unless you're absolutely certain it's safe. You are more than welcome to reach out to our customer security assurance team. They can be reached online at https://spa.xfinity.com. There you can submit a report and have this investigated. And then underneath it says, I am an official Xfinity employee. Official employees are from multiple teams with Affinity, CARE, product leadership. We ask that you post publicly so people with similar questions may benefit from the conversation. Who your questions concerned, please make a reply as the accepted answer. So you have to understand that this is not an uncommon occurrence. It does happen. And Be on the lookout for the red flags. If you're not sure it's a scam, look for emails https://t.xfinity.com/emalactivity. This isn't the site I logged into to get on my account. And I can log into my Affinity account and pay the bill. How do I reactivate it, or is this a scam? And again, they reported it. If your email account is being closed due to inactivity, you would just need to log in through the normal channels. You shouldn't need to follow any particular link in this situation, although I'd be wary of any link containing a misspelled word. The text may just be using a legitimate URL shortener, but it never hurts to be cautious. You can find out more details about our email activity policy by visiting. So if you are an Xfinity/Comcast, I would suggest strongly that you go over to their support, www.xfinity.com/support/articles/email-activity, so you can find out and protect yourself. No fairy godmother is going to touch you with her wand and make everything right again. So whenever you're in doubt, don't do it and just delete it. Then call up Xfinity, ask about your account, give them your account number, and the rest, well, is your history. You have not been scammed. Thank you very much for listening. I hope you enjoyed, or at least got something out of today's episode. You can listen to this episode all over again on youtube.com/PWR network. You can also go over to our website, passionworldtalkradio.com/blog, where both the video and the audio is posted. You can also go over to Spreaker.com/PWR network. We want to invite you to check out our newest service. It's called Conscious Research Solutions. Go check it out. passionworldtalkradio.com/services. You get a free 15-minute consultation with Lillian Caldwell, who has more than 19 years worth of experience. Go over to the website, check it out. Also, you might be interested in learning that AI is here to stay. In case you have any questions about that, check out http://AI with Lillian. Take a look at the demo, read it, and then sign up for a month's subscription. It's the equivalent now of going out and buying food that's not good for you. But AA is extremely good for you, and it's a no-brainer. Check it out. Thank you very much for listening. Oh, one shout out. PWTRN has been awarded by YouTube their own hashtag Passion World Talk Radio. And so we are now using it, and it's a shout out to us. Congratulations, Jeannie White, for making this possible. Have a grand day and a wonderful week.